are going to just say the sutras and the word meaning, and then we go to the details. In Bhagavad Gita, what is the beginning sloka of Bhagavad Gita? Yeah, second chapter, 12th sloka. That's the beginning one. And what is the concluding sloka of Bhagavad Gita?
18th chapter, 66.
Yeah, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna is not the last sloka. Though it looks like the last sloka, but the Krishna's preaching ends with this Sarvadharma Parityajya. After this, no preaching. Only just the concluding part. So that is next to the 66th sloka of Bhagavad Gita. It is called Uttara Pitika of Bhagavad Gita. What rather we call as Phalasruti of Bhagavad Gita. Then finishing this sloka, then he says how to keep it carefully and how it has to be revealed to some other one if at all interested. So all those things were given by him, all the precautions basically. So the Upadesam but concluded with this sloka, Sarvadharma Parityajya. So this is considered as the last sloka of Bhagavad Gita so far as his Upadesam is concerned. So that is Charama Sloka because of that purpose. And the second reason, what we already discussed, he has given many details in Bhagavad Gita as how one has to achieve something. Each one is called a upaya or a means. The word used in Bhagavad Gita for a upaya is yoga. Usually we use the word yoga today in many contexts. But what we understand yoga is something different. What Krishna talks in Bhagavad Gita as yoga, there's a lot of difference. Doing exercises, meditation stuff, there's also a kind of yoga, of course. But there's yoga abhyasa. There's a different yoga. In Bhagavad Gita, right from the Arjuna Vishada Yogo Nama, Pradhamo Dhyaya, the first chapter, right? So that yoga is different. Yoga means a means. A means by which you can get something. So it is called as upaya. You came here from your home, right? How did you come here? How did you come here? But from home to here, how did you come? By a car. So car is a upaya for you to reach this place. A sadhana. It is a sadhana we call. Or upayam we call. A means we call. Basically upaya, aya means to reach, to attain. Upa, nearer. Nearer. Which takes you to the goal is called upaya. It is taking you nearer to the goal. So whichever takes you like that is called upaya. You want to fill up your stomach and you eat something. So eating something becomes upaya to satisfy your hunger. So we call it as upaya. Whichever separates you from your goal is called apaya. So apaya, that which separates you. Upaya, that takes you nearer. So it's a means. Apaya is an obstacle. Upaya is a means. In Bhagavad Gita, each one is a upaya. Vishada is a upaya. Sankhya is a upaya. Sankhya means knowledge. Knowledge about the self is called Sankhya. And then karma is a upaya. Jnana is a upaya. Karma sannyasa is an upaya. And controlling the mind, atma samyama, is a upaya. Jnana vijnana is a upaya. Akshara parabrahma is a upaya. Bhakti is a upaya. Each one is a upaya by itself. Each one is a means. So, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna showed us many means. So many upayas were revealed by him to achieve our own goals. But he used the name like yoga, the word. Because in Sanskrit, yuk means to attach. Yuk, yoga. The yoga word came from yuk, to yoke, to hook you to something. It's called yoga. So that's how the names were given to each of the chapter as some yoga, some kind of yoga. Purushottama Prapti is a yoga too. And Kshetra Kshetrajna Vibhaga is a yoga too. Moksha Sannyasa is also a yoga too. So each one he called as a yoga, that means as a upaya. So Bhagavad Gita is called as a Yoga Shastra, talking about the means, the upayas. Okay? So that is what we have to remember. And ultimately saying all these upayas, he said, whatever you thought as upayas are not the real upayas. But what is the real upaya? What is the real upaya? What is the real means by which anyone can get anything?
Surrender.
He only. He only. Your surrenderance also never becomes upaya. You understand? Then if your surrenderance should become upaya means whoever surrenders should also get it. And everyone surrenders should get it. But is it happening in the world? Two people go to God and two people file cases against each other. And two people go on the same day, the same time, and then they did the shipping also there at the same time, and also dropped the same kind of amount in the hundi, and then take the tirtham from the temple, take prasadam from the temple, but only one wins, the other one loses. Why? If the surrenderance should become the means, that means because both went the same way and both should win. So your surrenderance also is not the real means at all. His grace is only the means. The real means was only He. is the real means, then why should he give all these things? Karma is a means, jnana is a means, bhakti, prapatti is a means, and knowing his avatara is a means. Why has to say, and where to disturb us all, with all these kind of things? It is because we always think, I can do this, I know this, by this I get this. Because it is what we are always thinking that I can, or I know, or I am able to. Then Krishna says, yes, come on, if you think that it can be achieved, come on, try. You put your try. That's okay, there's nothing wrong in it. And if you think that you can achieve it, okay, let's go ahead. Try for it. He is a great democrat. He gives all kinds of liberty to you. He never insists. He gives all kinds of liberties. That is the greatness of God, But if you think that He is only the ultimate, then He comes and then He handles that. But as long as that you are just trying with something else, that even your own effort, then He just keeps observing. There is a nice saying. Our ancestors, our great acharyas said, if you become a bhakta, God becomes a prapanna. If you become a prapanna, God becomes a bhakta. What does it mean? What is bhakta and what is prapanna? That we need to know first. Bhakta is the one who puts his efforts. Prapanna is the one who just gives away everything. Who just, took a back from everything. This is called a prapanna. Now, you understand this. You can think in a very simple way. Bhakta means one who catches. Prapanna means one who drops. Okay? If you become bhakta, that means if you try to catch God, he becomes a prapanna. That means, okay, because you think that you can catch, right? You think that you can hold, right? Okay, try. Then he becomes passive. If you are prapanna, that means if you become passive, and then he becomes bhakta, then he catches. He takes all the responsibilities. The example they have given is the little monkey and little cat, a kitten, and the baby of a monkey. When you look at monkey's baby, it holds the mother's tummy with its feet and hands, and then holds it like that. But mother, not carrying the baby, jumps from one branch to the other branch, from one wall to the other wall. That's all that it keeps going. But if the baby drops, it drops, that's it. So whose is the effort there? Is the baby's effort or mother's effort? It's only the baby's effort. And it is called Markata Kishora Nyaya. Markata Kishoram. Kishoram is the baby. Markatam is a monkey. Markata Kishora Nyaya means baby only takes care of the protection. Effort is only from the baby, not from the mother. That is Markata Kishoram. But if you take the Marjara Kishoram, Marjaram is a cat. Kishoram is her kitten. And if you see the kitten, it is just, sitting like this only. But the kitten knows everything. It knows the rat. It knows how to, bite it, how to catch it, and all these things that the kitten also knows because it's getting trained. But when mother wants to shift the babies, then the kitten just be like very passive. It never holds anything. But it is only the mother cat catches the kitten from the neck and then moves from wall to the wall, from place to the place, and protects them safely. Did you ever observe? There the baby's effort is zero. Baby won't put any effort. It's only the mother puts all the efforts. So protecting responsibility is only with the mother there. But whereas with the monkey, the protection is only from the baby's side, because it tries to hold and it tries to be protected. That's it. If we are like the kittens, or if we are like the monkey babies, and who should protect us? Is it we to protect us, or is it he to protect us? Can we be protected on our own? Is it possible for us? What kind of problems we face, we encounter now and then, we don't know. And what kind of protection that we need, that also we don't know. And we can't do things on our own. That is what we are. And when that is the case, and if you think that I do this, I do karma, I do jnana, I do bhakti, I know this, I perform the yaga, I do this prayashchittam, and I do this, that, so many things we always aspire for. And as long as you are thinking that you can, and then he says, okay, do it. He never puts anything. He just simply keeps observing and watching. That's it. But when you say, I have nothing to do, nothing, no more, no less, that's it. When you say that, then he comes running. And then he takes responsibility. That's how he protected the elephant, not Gajendra. It took for the elephant to reach that stage almost 1,000 years according to the calculation of the Devatas. Not according to our calculations. According to the Deva Samvatsaras, it took 1,000 years. Then he said, God, it is you should do, that's it. I have nothing to do. Then he came running all the way and he saved the elephant. That's what the story we read. How we have to be? Should we be like a Markata Kishora, or should we be like the Marjara Kishora? So, it is, when we should become like a Marjara Kishora, should we stop doing all the activities then? Is the question. Nothing is there for you to do. Isn't it? But when you look at the cat, the mother cat brings the prey. They're catching something, the rat and stuff, and keeps there before the babies. And then the babies, the kitten, they go jump onto that, and then they hit them, and then they run after, they jump from this side to that side to this side, And that's how it learns all the skills, how to catch the prey. Right? But only while moving from one place to the other, then it keeps everything on mother's shoulders. But when mother brings something and instructs the babies to just try your best, and then it tries, then it does everything. That is what we need to learn. You need not stop activities. Whatever is ordained, whatever is instructed, whatever are given in the scriptures for us to practice, we have to practice them all unquestionably. But what we think is, while doing that, this will save me. This will give the result. This protects me. That's how this we think. Give up that thought in total. No matter whether it is a main karma or whether it is an auxiliary karma. Every activity, because it is ordained to do that way, do it with all sincerity. You have to do it. But either the auxiliary becomes responsible for main karma to form, nor the main karma will give you any result. It is God who makes the auxiliary to become the full, and it is He who makes it as His service, and then He gives whatever is supposed to be given. So there, ours is nothing. But where it is, it should be in the mind, not physical. Physically, you have to wake up in the morning, you should wake up. And physically, you have to take snana, you should take snana. And physically, you have to dress, and you should dress. Physically, you have to work, you should work. Physically, you have to cook, you should cook. And physically, what is supposed to be done, you should do. Because it is something ordained by Him. Do it. But don't think that this leads to that. But do it with all sincerity. This is what we need to understand, But how it is explained, that is what the sutras talk about now. So basically here, it's not giving up the duties. It's not quitting the responsibilities. All this should be attended properly. Only what we have to give up is Sangha Tyaga.
Does that mean that all the other karmas become auxiliary? That all the others become auxiliary karma?
Which one?
Everything that you do.
Nothing.
Unless...
No. Auxiliaries are auxiliary, main karmas are main karmas only. For every karma there is auxiliary.
But in the end, our main karma would be only surrender to.
No. Surrenderance is not something physical. You can't go there and you can't just hold the feet and just sit always like this. I surrender to you, my master. Can you be like that? How long? Nothing. Not even for 1 minute you can be like that. Can you be? No. So that's not the thing what we supposed to do. So, but you have to hold here in the mind. And while doing all the things, don't think that this will be the means. This will give the result. That won't give result. It gives or it doesn't give, that doesn't matter for us. Because we have to do, we do it. But when you won't expect the result, you become passive. That passiveness should not be there. When you become passive, then you may not do it with all sincerity. And you may give up a few things also. But that should not happen then. Because it is ordained, you do it. But with all sincerity, you do. Every detail you correct, you attend with all perfectness. But still you do it because it is His service. That's it. Because He said to do, that's it we do. That is what we call as a kainkariya. Kainkariya we call it. So as is kainkariya, just we do. We do auxiliary karmas, we do main karmas, but everything is just His kainkariya. That's it. Whether it gives the fruit or it doesn't give the fruit, whether it may be positive fruit, maybe sometimes a negative fruit, sometimes it is painful, sometimes it is enjoyable, but still accept. What happens basically, when the positive fruits are there, we are okay. But when the fruit is negative, then the problem starts for us. But then I think, why I did with all sincerity, I did with all this greatness, and why this negativeness, why this pain to me? Why to me? Why to me? This question comes. And no, when you are accepting the bliss, accept the minus also. Or don't accept even bliss. But it is very difficult. We want to accept the bliss. The positive things that we want to accept. But all the negative things we don't want to accept. And if you don't want to accept the negative, the pain, don't accept the praise also. Don't take any responsibility for even that or this. Not to the action. Action should be there. But only to the result you are not attached. And while doing also you don't say that I do this. What do you think? It is He giving the energy. It is He making me to do, and it is His work. Bhagavato balena. Balam is from Him. Bhagavato viryena. Steadiness also He gives. Bhagavata karmana. It is His activity. Bhagavata karma karishyam. Bhagavato vasudevasya. That means He inside giving the ability, and all these are just His tools, and putting these tools in action. Everything is His doing. Why should I be there in between and say that I am doing, mine is this, or I lost it, I failed it? No. You are neither responsible for its success nor for the failure. Bhagavaneva svaniyamya sarupasthiti pravritti suseshate kat sarupena. Everything is His. As a matter of fact, everything is His only. But unfortunately, because we are blessed with the knowledge, and then the knowledge which we possess suddenly pops up and says, I am also here. And then, oh yes, I am doing this. Then we start just saying that. But otherwise, what you speak, whether you sing or speak or cry, my case is nothing to do with it. If you cry, then it sends only that. It brings only that. If you laugh, it sends only that. It says, the crying is not good. No, I don't want to send that. The mic doesn't say that. And it's not. It does the duty. You understand? It does the duty with all perfectness, and no additions or not deletions, but not attached to the result. I never think that I do this. I have no person of selfishness or arrogance with it, but does the duties well. That's how we have to be. Being blessed with the knowledge of our own, we need to feel like that and do it. The extra qualification we have is only the knowledge. But with the knowledge you have to think that, you have to realize that. this need not realize it because it has no knowledge of its own. So this need not realize, but you need to realize that, which is very difficult. That is what it says. Let us see how this has been explained by Pedalokacharya Swami in his sutras. This is the first sutra. Kidre Sila Upaya Viseshangarai Upadesika. And in the previous chapters, like from 2nd chapter to 18th chapter, he gave so many upayas. He described so many upayas for the soul to practice and also to achieve the results. Right? Karma, jnana, etc. How he gave the Upadesam? What for he gave the Upadesam? What he was aspiring for, Arjuna? What is the ultimate goal? It is the reaching God, which people call as moksha. Moksha means what? Reaching God. Right? That is what we call as moksha. And when it happens, when does it happen? When the karmic bondages are totally discarded. It is the karmic bondage, the karma bandhana, which is the responsible for us to keep in this body or to make us move from one place to the other. So, what is the reason for the samsara? Is karmic bondage. And what is the reason for the moksha? Is the release from the karmic bondages. Not from the body, but from the karmic bondages. That's important. Karma bandha, vimoksha. And when that happens, then automatically you reach God. That means you realize the presence of God. And God is of course now with us. Now, what we already knew is God is everywhere. God is in everything. God is with everything. Then God is now with you also. But fortunate enough we are not able to realize that. So that we are able to eat, drink and move with people and do so many things. But even now He is with us. So the karmic bondage is the one which is not permitting us to realize His presence with us. The moment it is gone, you are able to realize it. And when you realize, you reach Him. So, reaching Him is called moksha. And to reach that moksha, there are many sadhanas. There are many means, upayas. And all those were explained by Lord Krishna in the previous chapters. And for which two things are required. One, control over the body. Control over the senses. And then constant effort. These are the three things which are required. But is it possible to have the control over the senses and body? When it is 1:30, then we have to and again we are here. And we are here up to 7 o'clock. And then again we have to run. And again the bell rings inside. Ding, 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 ding. And of course, then we feed it. And then again we take the book and start reading. Then how long can we sit? Then the sleep comes automatic. And can we control these things? So, to practice the karma yoga or to do any activity, the control over the body, it should listen to you as and however you want it, which is very difficult, the first thing. Second thing, to practice things also is very difficult, Wake up early in the morning and take snam. take snana with cold water. Very difficult. And do puja. Sit for some time and then do puja. And do meditation for a while. This never listens. It runs all around the things. And then Ekadasi comes, observe Upavasa. That is still difficult. All the things remembered only on that day. When the Upavasa comes and we are not supposed to think anything, that is the day we think of, variety of dishes. And knowingly or unknowingly, many things come and appear on that day, somehow. Somebody brings something and also we go to somewhere and then people keep moving around them and there will be so many displays and then we see today they are the same. Okay. Somehow we satisfy. But the mind eats everything by the time. We don't eat because we are very clean, but it's the mind which eats everything. How far we are able to control those things, it's pretty difficult. So, for controlling the body, it is difficult. For controlling the mind, it is difficult. For controlling the senses, it is very difficult. Each one is a pretty difficult stuff to perform the karma yoga perfectly. Anyway something went wrong, then it never yields any result. And you won't be successful in that endeavor. There are some people who know about the astrology. And when you are with some problem, they say, do this, and in these many days you get the result, but do perfectness. And they said to do it 21 days. We finished 21 days, but result did not come. Then we went to him and said, hey, it didn't work. Then he would say, look, probably whatever I said you did not follow. No, I did it. But I said to focus very clearly with a clear mind. Did you do that? How it becomes with a clear mind? That never happens anyway. So they take some kind of excuse like that, And in olden days, when you go to the Ayurvedic doctors and take some medicine, they used to say, oh, these are the pachyams. 1, 2, 3, 4, you should follow like this, you should do this, and then take the medicine. And it works in these many days. And we did those many days, but it didn't work properly. And we went to the doctor and he would say, hey, you did not follow all the rules I said. Will you do this? Do this? He says all difficult things. We may be able to do 1 or 2, but he says, 50 things like that, which are really impracticable. And then he takes an excuse and says, so because you did not follow that, the medicine did not work for you. It's not my mistake. It's not the mistake of the medicine. It's a mistake in you. So like that, it's very difficult to have the control over all those things. And it's not just one day's business. We have to do it for long years. This is one reason. All they are very difficult to practice. And second thing is, Swarupa Virodhigal Endram Ninaitu. All they are Swarupa Virodhis. What is my nature? They are against to my nature. My nature is basically, see what Krishna said, that everything is nothing but his form. All we are in his body. That means we are also a part of his body, right? When we are a part of his body, I think then what we have to do on our own. I mean, if the hand is one part of mine, it need not search for things of his own. I am can't do anything for this hand, I know how to use this hand, I know how to put it. And I never say, hand, just take rest for some time. I will use you later. And that never happens, because it's mine. And without me, it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't work anything, but whenever I want it, then it works with all perfectness. That is the nature of ours too. We are like that, belonging to Him as His divine body, as His divine part. That means what is our nature is called Paratantra. How do you call it? Paratantra. Paratantra means being controlled by someone, not by me. The hand is not by himself, it is controlled by me. I take control of this hand in total and I put in action whatever way I want it. So the hand's nature is called Paratantra. So it's having Paratantriyam with it. That's his nature. So also the soul, we being his body, and we are not having anything of our own. Everything belongs to him, everything being done by him. That means Paratantriyam is our nature because we are a part of his body. And when that is the case, and if Krishna says, do this, and do like this, and achieve this, that means that's against to us. We achieving something is not at all there. So, they are against to the nature. This is what Arjuna thought when he came to the end of 18th chapter. Avai dusyakam sarupa virodhikalennam nenaitu. And when Krishna said, Vimursya etat aseshena yadhechasi tadha kuru. That's what he said, There are two things. Three things, not two. Three things Krishna said. Vimursya etat. I told you many things. Vimursya, consolidate everything. Aseshena, in total. Yadhechasi, whichever you choose, tadha kuru, do that way. He spoke 18 chapters. When he spoke 18 chapters and then said, consolidate everything. What I just had before 1 minute is not remembered. We are hearing. No, I don't say that you are not hearing. You are hearing with all care and you are hearing with all sincerity. But did you remember whatever I spoke in the morning? You heard about it and you understood and you appreciated that and you said, oh nice, it's so great. But tell me what it is. Tell me what I said in the morning. Tell me with what I started this second session of discourse. Very difficult it is. And then, not able to remember what we had just 1 minute before. Not able to remember what we had in the morning. And how come these 17 chapters Krishna spoke and you bring all these two together and just consolidate and then whatever you think good, just go ahead doing that. This is also not right. And then he started crying. So Kavishtana. When he started crying, Apadi Arjunanai Kuritu. And pointing that Arjuna, Krishna started speaking. Why? Because Avaraya Soka Nivrutyarthamaga, to avoid his sorrow, to remove his sorrow, he spoke. Ini idukku avaru illai. What Arjuna thought is, by doing these kind of things and with my ego and stuff, approaching God and reaching Him is literally impossible. And then what happens? I should lose it totally, forever. That's it. I mean, I lost. That is what Arjuna thought and started crying. To remove that sorrow of Arjuna, and there is nothing beyond this. This is the fiat. This is the ultimate. This is the end. That is what I am revealing to you now. Like that, இதுக்கு அவ்வாறு இல்லை என்னலாம்படியான் சரமோபாயத்தை அருளி செய்கையாலே, because he revealed the ultimate, the means. This Sarvadharman Slokam is named after Charama Slokam, because this is final upaya. This talks about the ultimate means. So this became Charama Slokam. Slokam is something that is spoken. Basically, Slokam means something that is spoken. Not something, which is in the order like that. But it may be in any order. But whichever is given, whichever is sung, whichever is spoken, whichever is revealed, whatever it may be, that is called the sloka. So this is called Charama Sloka. The name came like that. And that is the first sutra. Why the name to this as Charama Sloka is given there. And what is the essence of it? What is the essence of the Charama Sloka is now explained in the sutra number 2. I say the sutra and just repeat it once, okay? Idil Purvardhattale Adhikari Krityattai Arulit Cheigiran Uttaradhattale Upaya Krityattai Arulit Cheigiran. See this what the consolidated meaning of the Charama Sloka is what is giving now in the sutra. He divided it into 2 parts. The Slokam, I think all of us know the sloka, right? Sarvadharma Parityajya. Then Manekam Saranam Praja is the first part. This is one part. This is called Purvartha. And next part is called Uttarartha. What does Uttarartha says? Aham tva sarva papebhyah mokshayishyami ma suchyam. This is Uttarartha. So what is the Purvartha says? What Uttarartha says? That's what he is explaining. Idil, in this sloka, Purvarthatale, by the first part of the sloka, Adhikari Krityatai Arvichir. Adhikari means candidate. We are the candidates for achieving something, right? So we are called as Adhikaris. Adhikari means not an officer. In Telugu, Adhikari is an officer. But in the Shastra, Adhikari is the one who is the candidate to achieve that. Adhikari means the person who is eligible is the candidate. So candidature we call. Candidature is his eligibility. But the person is called a candidate. That means a fit person, basically. One who is fit to do that. One who is fit to achieve that. One who is fit to appear for that. Is called Adhikari. Word is the same thing, but sometimes you use in different contexts. Prabhutva Adhikari, that means an officer with the government, is Adhikari. But he is Adhikari. Ari is enemy. In Sanskrit, Ari means enemy. Is Adhika Ari. And they are big enemies for us. Because they spoil everything, making walls. So that is Adhikari. But here, the Adhikari is the one who does it. Now, who is practicing it, who is fit for that. So the candidate. So Adhikari Krutyatai, what a person who is aspiring for, an aspirant, we can say. An aspirant. The duty of an aspirant is explained in the first part. What is that aspirant should do? Sarvadharman parityajya. Giving up what is supposed to be. And then Mam ekam saranam praja. You surrender to me. That's what he said. That is the duty of the aspirant. And then Uttarardha Tale, with the second part of the sloka, Upaya Krutyate. What the Upayam does. Who is the Upayam now for us? It's only God. It's only Lord. He's our Upaya. Our surrenderance is not the Upaya. That's what you need to remember. Our surrenderance is not Upaya. He is the Upayam for us. So don't depend on other things that as they are Upayas. You'll be in trouble then. Then he leaves. Then he becomes Ravana. Okay? So let him take care of us. Let him put all the efforts. Let him do it for us. But we are supposed to do things, but in mind